Hey, Joey Starr here for Starr Quality Kitchen and another entry into my New York head resident of pizza videos. I'm in front of Slice Pizzeria on US 202 in Somers, New York. Slice is a pizzeria that first opened in Yorktown Heights, New York, and were so successful that it prompted them to open another location here in Somers. Slice has garnered a reputation for its friendly service and an ensemble of specialty pizza slices, as well as a large variety of salads, paninis, and more. As a restaurant with its focus on delivery service and pickup, they like to boast that they're putting the go in gourmet. Gourmet. Well, it looks good in print at least. All right, for starters, pretty friendly service. I walked in, it's a little after 12 on a Sunday. Not super busy, but not quite either. So I decided to sit outside. It's a little windy, but it just feels good. I love eating outside. I asked them what their more popular slices were. There was such a variety of like these specialty slices, names you never heard before, combinations that you definitely don't see in other pizzerias. But what I decided to do is two of their more popular slices. This is their pretty popular honey pepperoni, and this is what they call the Drunken Grandma. I mean, with a name like Drunken Grandma, how can I not get it, right? As a foodie, how can I not get something with that type of title? I mean, that kind of lead in. Let me start by saying that the cheese on the honey pepperoni is melted really nice. Good curl on the pepperoni. I like seeing that little bit of the herbs that are on there. Yep, absolutely. Definitely looks really good. I like this thin style of pepperoni and the way that the corners just kind of curl up to help capture what's undoubtedly some delicious grease and honey in there. Drunken Grandma, kind of the same deal. Nice char on the crust. I can feel that there's quite a bit of crunch behind these corners here, which is one of the reasons why I like it. Some of the cheese on here, though, I feel like could be a little more melted than it is. I was actually a little surprised at how quick the pizza came out, so I wonder if maybe they could have just put it in for a little longer, but you know what? Doesn't mean it's a bad slice, just means it's not exactly what I was expecting. So let's go ahead and get into some of the taste tests here. I'm gonna start with the Drunken Grandma. Let's go ahead and, so looking on here, once again, a little close up. See a little light on the tomato sauce there. Cheese got a bit of a char to it. Got the sauce splashed up on here. Let's go ahead and take the first bite. Okay, so let me start by saying that although it's not as hot or melted as I would like, it is full of a lot of good flavor though. I would love to see what this would be like if they put it in there a little longer than they did, but definitely good flavor. I got a bit of a salivation going because the flavor is so good that my mouth is anticipating that next bite. And what I like to do is I like to get a bit of this curled up crust with it, see how it is. Excellent crunch. So the crust, although it comes off as being a little dry, it doesn't really taste that dry. It's not like unpleasantly dry. It's crispy. I really like the crisp on there. Good flavor to the dough. Again, a little hotter might be nicer, but I want to get just a little bite here because I want to get some of this other cheese that's on the top here. Get that little ribbon in there. See what that's like. Again, because that cheese wasn't as, say, melty as what I'm used to, when I took that bite, I had to take the whole ribbon with me, not just the area that I bit into. Definitely a great flavor to it. It's not over salty at all, which I appreciate. There's a good cheese flavor to it. And I'm not sure what is it about this that makes it a Drunken Grandma. I know they have another kind of grandma slice where she's not drunken, so I don't know, maybe somebody took a couple of shots before putting it in. Somebody who's a grandma. I'm just kidding, of course. The size here, even though it's a square, I mean, it's a pretty good size. This is compared to my big head. And let me go ahead and take a bite from the non-curled corner and see how that comes out. Good creaminess from the cheese, better than on the grandma actually. Although the surface will make you believe that this is doused in honey, it's not doused. I think they drizzled it on here or at least spread it over evenly because it's not overly sweet at all. In fact, I would say it's barely sweet. It's just sweet enough to provide contrast to the savory flavor that comes from the mozz that's on the slice. Sauce got a nice tang to it. This slice has more of the tomato sauce than the Drunken Grandma, and it's a really good sauce. You know, if you were going to get a plain slice from here, I imagine it's going to be a bit on the terrific side because that sauce has a nice tang to it and they have a really good cheese to it. Now, the bite that I took did not have any pepperoni in it, so I'm going to go ahead and just take a bite with the pepperoni. Once again, that contrast with the sweet from the honey with the savory flavor and a slight bit of bite from the pepperoni. It's not really a spicy pepperoni, but it's got a little, bit of a peppery scent to it, which it should. That's what pepperoni does, right? Pepperoni, not just good for the flavor profile, but it's almost like an instant reset for the flavors that you're having. So when I go to take the next bite, it's going to be very similar to the first bite because I have that instant reset that comes with that combination. Something I noticed too is that in the handful of customers that I observed inside the restaurant, both on the line to make their order and sitting at the few tables, it's not a big dining room. I think this place has a stronger focus, as I said before, on their delivery service and pickup. So not a lot of tables to sit in, but those that are there, they seem pretty relaxed and like they're enjoying themselves. It's a nice atmosphere. I went up to order. Staff was really friendly. The guy that was making the pizzas, he saw that the girl at the cashier was kind of busy. He wanted to make sure I was being taken care of. Of course, couldn't decide what I wanted because there's so many interesting looking specialty slices. So he was, take your time. Like, he wasn't rushing me at all. And quite honestly, even though like a big line formed behind me kind of quick, that line shrunk pretty much just as fast. I'm sure it's a combination of people just picking up their orders so they didn't have to spend long there. Still, even with that, based on other pizza places I've seen, they're pretty efficient at just kind of getting you what you need so that you can go about enjoying their food. I want to take another bite of this pepperoni honey. Right now, I'm definitely liking this better than the Drunken Grandma, but Drunken Grandma's good. I never had a slice anywhere with this type of combination. I mean, honey on your pizza, it's a bit of an unorthodox idea, but it seems to work pretty well. My only knock on this, again, which I made about the Grandma pizza, they didn't really heat it up enough. That's going to be my principal complaint here, but other than that, I mean, so full of flavor, and I'm just loving that contrast with that honey, with the pepperoni and the cheese. I'm not loving this win, but you know what? I knew the risks when I decided to sit outside. This is my first time eating outside this year, so I'm pretty excited about that. There's only going to be more to come. So there you have it, short and honey sweet review of Slice Pizzeria, Somers, New York. Service is definitely there. Flavor is definitely there. I would have appreciated them heating it up longer. I read on Google reviews a lot of great things about this place, but like any restaurant, good, bad, or indifferent, you're going to have a mix of positive and negative reviews. And it seemed like the positive reviews far, far, far outweighed the negative ones, which is the reason why I even tried this to begin with. I think overall positive. Like I said, my only real knock is that this isn't hot. I want my pizza hot, especially if I'm going to sit in your restaurant and eat your pizza. It needs to be hot. That's my principal complaint. But everything else, service, flavor, quality of the pizza, definitely good. And what about you? Have you eaten here before? Have you been to their Yorktown Heights location? Is it different? Is it the same? Is it better? Is it worse? And while you're there leaving comments, tell me about your favorite pizza place close to where you live or a place that you like to visit in New York State. That's a requirement. Tell me about it either in the comments below or an email that's in the description box below, because I want to hear about it and I may just visit it and give you a shout out. Thanks so much for watching Starr Quality Kitchen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk. Laters. Definitely delicious. I think next time I'm going to order it from here, either have it delivered or bring it home, fire up my oven, pop it in there for a few minutes, and then eat it. Then you get the real best of both worlds.